Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna. For those of you who are new here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. In today's video, we're doing day 7 of Poetspice's 12 Days of Christmas Cheer. And if that is of interest to you, please stay tuned. Okay, so we are on day 7. Just a quick recap. I know, guys, you know, but for those of you who don't, Poet is hosting a collab where several different channels, they are all linked in the description box below, every day at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the first 12 days of Christmas. We are doing something Christmas or December holiday themed. I chose to do a coloring page in 12 different parts. I know, super fun. But on the other channels I've been watching, there are different crafts that they're showing, different cards that they're showing, and they are phenomenal. So definitely go and check them out. And so if you've been following along with me, you know that this is the progress that we've made so far. I think we're doing pretty good. But now we're going to start getting into some of the more detailed spaces, but also we're going to have to try to bring some dissimilar things together. So I think we're going to do this one right here, and it's mostly because it is Sunday night, 9:30 p.m. I do want to do a few more things this evening, and then maybe do a little bit of reading or watching some television. And this one seems like it might be one of the easier spots to do. This one definitely would be the easiest, but yeah, we'll leave that for another day. And so let's choose some colors. Today I will be using my Amazon Basics. I do have them here, and like my other colored pencils, I don't have these swatched. Why would I? They look sharpened, so we're just gonna go with that. We're gonna need some greens. And I'm just relying on the pencil tip right now. I actually don't know how these are going to lay down. And we need to do the wall. And what are we going to do with the stocking? And then we've got a little squirrel guy there. I'm going to put these off to the side. They're just easy enough to grab if I need more pencils. But let's start with the glass door. Oh, see, now these feel so much better than the Mondo Llamas did, because I actually have to watch my pressure or I'm going to put too much color down, and it clearly is not the right color. But I'm very much a we put it down, let's see what we can do. So I'm gonna just put a very light layer of this color down. It does pull, oh, well, it's called brick red. I was just going to say, it pulls a lot more red than I was anticipating. Maybe I should look at the names. It'll give me a clue. What are you going to do? I know for some people, this kind of style, very haphazard, very casual, might drive some of you crazy. And I understand that. We all approach this a little differently. But for me, it's really, and I know I sound like a broken record, but you might be new here. So I approach this very casually, and it shows. It doesn't mean I'm not willing to put in the time, but it gets to a point where I'm done. And to be honest, if I weren't doing this on camera, and if I weren't doing this as sort of a tester page where I want to see how my pencils work in this book, oh, that's not helping, then I might have approached this page quite differently. And what I mean by that is, if I didn't have this in sections, what I would have done if this were a page I was working on was I would have done all of the green elements, and I would have done the back wall, and I would have done the ceiling, so that I can just use those pencils and then put them away and not have to worry about trying to write down what colors I'm using, but also not have to worry about doing color matching, because I would just do all of the elements of the same color that I wanted of the same color at the same time. So for a picture like this, I probably would have tackled the back wall and the ceiling first, because that's actually the largest element, and then maybe the floor and the table, and then go in with the Christmas tree. And then that way, I don't have to worry about it. If I add some additional touches later, that's fine, but my base layer would be done and I can just move on. And for me, it's twofold. One, it helps me figure out what the elements are on the page, but I need small wins. I need to see that a page is getting done, because I get bored, and I have so many different coloring books that I can be in, that for me, sometimes the struggle is, well, if it's boring me, why do I keep wasting my time in it, right? But then am I impatient, or am I truly bored? And so sometimes I do walk away from pages. But yeah, the way that I've been coloring this one isn't necessarily how I would have colored this page. I hope that makes sense. It's not quite the same as the others. You guys know I've been struggling with that. But maybe once we put the blue in, that will help. So let's do that. Oh, and then we have the walls to contend with. That'll be super fun. Actually, there's more window pane there. And there's some greenery just there. And I'm just going to color over the ornaments because I'm doing a light wash anyway. And like we did over there, those are actually quite a few different colors that we did. I know by day 12, at least by day 12 for me, because I am trying to bulk film this. This is the last one I'll do tonight, but I think I'll try to do a few tomorrow during my lunch break. At the end of it, I will enjoy the results, if just because I'll be done with it. But it's been kind of hard to do these videos. Now, mind you, I've known about this since the beginning of November, but I've just been putting it off. I actually had some other books that I were going to choose from, but I decided to do this one in the 11th hour. Either way, they were all going to be kind of big sections to do, so it definitely would have been something I'd have to contend with. But yeah. If the videos are running between 18 and 30 minutes long, by the time I'm done with this, that's going to be a lot of hours that I have put towards this one page that I may not necessarily have put otherwise. Because again, I wouldn't be contending with trying to do any kind of visual color match, because you guys know I'm not swatching to color match. Yeah, it's definitely more orange than this side, but that's okay. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. And then we'll add some darker blue just to give some definition. It's not so much a shadow, it's just to make the windows look a little more interesting. I think I might have mentioned 1 or 11 times, but these Amazon Basics are not my go-tos, but you'll see them featured in a lot of my pages just because they are sitting in a cup right to my right-hand side. And so I don't have to pull out the pencil cases. Okay, well, let's go in for the wall. Let's start with this. That looks actually promising as compared to that. And we're going to color over the star. Some of these definitely seem to lay down easier than others. That light blue didn't want to go down, but then the rest of them seem to be okay. All right, let's go in with this. No. Oh, no wonder it doesn't match. It's in the wrong box. Nope. Nope. That's a little better, I think. Vermilion. It kind of pulls like a orangey pink to me. Okay, so let's do the little bit of smudgy work. Red brown. Not too much. Oh, see, now this I think would have been good in the things. Okay, I think we'll actually add a little bit more of this gold. Do an edging around the door and then call the wall a day. That sounded weird. Wall a day. And I just want to more so define the door than anything. Okay, well that looks good. There's actually a little bit of door behind this guy. And we're going to do the same trick with the tree that we did over here. We're going to color over the ornaments. But hopefully we can layer some pencils so that that is not problematic. And we're going to go for simple decorations with just red. The lights should be white. We're going to consider these like little mini balls because who doesn't want a tree full of little mini balls? And then just add some color. And I want to put this down now so that I know where to do some additional green just to bring something to the tree. Because if I go too dark with the green and not color the baubles in, it's going to hard to get, or it will be hard to get a color on top. I'll come in with this. And we'll need to pay attention to the rest of the tree when we get into the other colors, because I'm pretty sure all of the sets I have going out, or that I have as of right now, have a lot of colors in it. But where we ran into problems here was we had limited colors. We had colors, but they were limited and we couldn't get the same depth and tone. So let's call that a day. For the star, let's just make that as yellow as we can. This one I'm going to really burnish in. And it does come with the gold, so let's kind of outline it in gold. It doesn't seem to do anything at all. And I know it's not supposed to sparkle, but it doesn't even want to lay down. Although again, this is one of those pencils that I might not have sharpened, and it could have used that. Okay, so the ornaments, we're just going to continue to make them light and add some different tones to it. I think we can go for that red-brown. And bring the string over. I think this was supposed to be our squirrel color. Oh, I didn't do those. Okay, so back to putting that down. Then we'll do a little bit of blue. No, that recedes too much. Do a little bit of green. There is a little bit of green in those. These elements are so small, I'm not going to be concerned to get a lot of color in them. And then maybe a little bit of this yellow, chrome yellow. And then the little lights we're just going to leave from where you are at. You probably can't see them anyway. And so for the stocking, I do kind of want to leave that white. So let's see if we can find a gray. I could use some sharpening. We're not going to do that. because I don't want to leave the element pure white. And the white I have in there doesn't have a lot of pigment. Plus it's a white page, so I don't know that it would really stand out. So we're going to set it that it's a red stocking, and there's some leaves there, so when we get to that section we can do that in green. I'm hoping it doesn't bite me in the butt putting that color down, but again, problem for future Johanna. Make the little hanger thing dark. I think that looks okay. And then we've just got the little squirrel guy. So let me look for a color. Where the pencil is really sharp. That's not a good color for him. Light ochre. I guess ochre is more yellow than I thought. Or maybe umber is the one that's brown. Yeah, I think that's what I said the other day. He's got little... It's such a small... I mean, with some of my blunter pencils, it's like the width of the pencil. But it's a small element, so I'm not going to be too chuffed. I mean, I know he's on the page because she usually travels with these two guys, but yeah, I'm not going to be too anxious if you can't see him. And I think we're going to call this done. I think we have all of the elements. That definitely seems better to me than it did. This right here doesn't seem very problematic until you look at this side of the door. Oh, is that the door? Because look at how wide this side is to this side. Okay. Well, I mean, it's staying. I'm not fixing nothing. So that's day 7. Oh, I didn't. Oh, you guys are probably yelling at me the whole time. 7 right there. And so I definitely would use these pencils in here. So this is definitely going to get, I say a 3.5. So number 7 was my Amazon Basics. And that was 3.5 stars. It looks like a puzzle to me. I am so tempted to do something like this in another page. I don't know that I would do this on film with you guys because it is a little maddening, and I'm not talking 100% through the video, but I'm talking through a lot of it, and by the end of it, I'm kind of tired. I know that I talk a lot, but I guess I don't talk enough. But yeah, that's day 7. We'll see how it goes. I'll probably do some bulk filming so I get 2 sections in an easy. And I'm kind of tempted to finish up either here or here with you guys on day 12. Who knows? It might be a total, underwhelmed finish and do that one. I don't know. It depends on how I'm feeling at the time. I'd love to know what you guys think so far. Thank you so much for all of the lovely and amazing comments. And Susan, thank you for explaining the lighting situation because it totally makes sense now. She said because of the way that the light is, what's above it is going to be darker, because I said, well, I don't know why it would be darker up there because the light's right here, but it's the way that the light spreads out. It doesn't go up, it goes out. I thought, I was like, oh, that is brilliant. Thank you, Susan. But that's it for real, for me for now. And as always, aloha.